I don't even really want to get into it.
Donald Glover, aka Childish Gambino, became famous because of a decade-long feud. We know that's a heavy sentence to digest. So let's break this down, from how this beef started to how Glover made hella moolah off it. Stay tuned till the end to find out how Glover's song, Redbone, changed a little girl's life. Did you know Donald Glover started his career as a comedy writer?
Sorry.
Yeah, he was already moving around the entertainment scene before his acting and music made him super famous. Glover's come up actually started in the writer's room of a sitcom. Maybe you've heard of it. It's called 30 Rock.
It's very strange to me that stuck.
And actually, that first big job sucked. Donald said he would go home and have stressful dreams about work.
Maybe I'm just alive and that's how I feel.
He also said, it definitely didn't feel like I was supposed to be there.
I'm out of place everywhere.
Years later, the comedian found out he was only hired to make the team look more diverse. Tina Fey confirmed this herself. BT dubs. Hectic. But now, Donald Glover is worth a cool $40 million.
I had more money than all my friends, but I felt like, you don't spend it well. You're too young. I mean,
what were you spending it on?
Can I be honest?
He has enough cash to buy a farm and start a creative sanctuary for himself and other artists. No, seriously, he did that. In 2023, Donald bought himself some land in Ojai, California.
I'm trying to be real.
He turned it into a home base for Studio Gilga. You'll find things like a recording studio, writer's rooms, and cows on the property. Sounds like a fun time, yeah?
No.
Donald had to sell one of his super fancy properties to buy his farm. The house in question? La Canada Flintridge Estate in Hollywood. The elegant estate is a massive space with spectacular views of the Angeles National Forest. Rumor has it that Gambino bought this pad back in 2016. He put down around 2.7 mil for the home. After hiring renowned architect Barbara Bester, the star ended up selling his home for nearly 4 millions. But property isn't how this Hollywood star makes his bags.
Childish Gambino, more childish than you think.
There's one song that put Childish Gambino on everyone's map. After This Is America, everyone was talking about his genius mind.
I believe the people deserve quality, and when they taste it, they see their own value and they don't ask for less.
Even people who weren't following his music journey came to appreciate the art of Childish Gambino. We're not just saying this is when he became successful, but this was definitely his moment. And it just proves that Gambino's music is one reason for his massive net worth.
You really can't enjoy things for what they are while you're in it.
Oh, here's an interesting fact for you. Did you know that This Is America was supposed to be a diss track to Drake? Yeah, it sounds weird, right?
No, I mean, it's not that weird.
Firstly, why would Gambino want to write a Drake diss track? Did you even know they've been beefing? This is how it all started. When Donald Glover decided he wanted to go into music, he had one major obstacle: Drake. No hate to him, Champagne Papi is the GOAT.
Not a joke, I'm just still pissed.
But, just like Drake, Donald came from the world of acting and sitcoms to music. Basically, to critics of the musical industry, it was very easy for Childish Gambino to be just another Drake.
I want to be me all the time.
Since he entered the music scene, Gambino has always been compared to Drizzy. It's mad frustrating. So, that's why he started throwing some shots in his verses. Like that time Gambino freestyled on stage, and he literally said he's better than Drake.
You listen to your own music?
But later, in an interview, Donald admitted he has no bad blood with the Canadian rapper. Gambino only said what he said to make this clear. Don't compare him to Drake. Don't compare their music. Don't compare their art. I think he's a really good writer and rapper. Right now, I definitely think I'm better than him, but only because I'm working harder than him right now, Gambino said. Naturally, the comments sparked a feud between the two rappers. Wanna know why we think this beef is funny? After everything Donald Glover went through to get people to stop comparing him to Champagne Papi, he went and named his son Drake. Yeah, you heard that right.
I just want to do whatever I want.
These rappers ain't serious. Drop a comment and share your thoughts on this feud. Are you Team Drake or Donald? Oh, Gambino's feud with Drizzy started back in 2014, by the way. And 10 years later, it's still a thing. Drake was always quiet about it. And that's why many of us didn't even know this was a thing. But he did something petty in early 2024. We have to talk about it.
I want people to know, like, look, this is not personal.
At Drake's It's All a Blur tour, he performed the song Headlines with screens on the stage that showed news-like headlines. And then a fan noticed that one of them said the overrated and over-awarded hit song This Is America was originally a Drake diss record. That was the first time in documented history that Drake responded to this beef. So now we know it's real. Also, overrated and over-awarded? Sheesh. Drizzy didn't blink when he took that shot.
I'm really sensitive.
Oh, by the way, have you checked out our video about Drake's insane car collection? He has a flying car. But when it comes to Donald Glover, this is what's up. Childish Gambino worked so hard to prove that he's better than Drake. When it comes down to it, he built his music career on wanting to be better than his opponent. Honestly, we can respect that.
You have to kind of change who you are a little bit all the time for people to even respect you.
Let's also circle back to the diss track part. According to Donald Glover's story,
time is the oven that makes something special.
3 years before the song dropped, Donald came up with one line, "This is America." That's all. That was the whole concept. It was just supposed to be a joke.
I think that's kind of dumb.
But instead of making it a way to diss Drake, Donald thought, nah, we can do something better here. That's actually one of the things people appreciate about Donald Glover, the thought he puts into everything.
So I think, yeah, it's our responsibility to make magic again, because I think a lot of the shit that's happening now is bullshit.
Let's toss music to the side for a minute. Donald has hella awards for writing, directing, and acting. We can guarantee that 40 million net worth has something to do with his amazing storytelling. Now, where were we? Oh, yeah, thoughtfulness. Glover is known for it, and it applies to his everyday life too. Do you remember that little girl who went viral for advertising her Scout cookies with the Childish Gambino song? It went something like this. How creative was that? And Gambino thought so too. When Little Charity appeared on a talk show, the singer made a surprise appearance. Not only that, but Gambino also helped the Girl Scout with her cookie sales. How did he do that? Well, Donald bought 113 boxes of Thin Mints that day. That's a lot of Thin Mints. And if we average around $14.50 a box, that little girl made over $1.5 grand from a single sale. And this is just one story about how Donald Glover uses his influence for good. There's plenty more where that came from, but those are stories for another time. Quick question, did you become a fan of Donald's music, acting, or writing first? Share with us in the comments. That's it for today. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. See ya!